Hi everyone, it's Lisa. Welcome, welcome. Let me fix my camera. Oh heavens, I'm so sorry about that. Welcome to tonight's YouTube Live. My name is Lisa Curcio and welcome to Lisa's Stamp Studio. If this is your first time watching, I am so excited that you're here. And for those of you that are returning, thank you for being here. I just want to give you guys a heads up about tonight. You want to be sure that you are logged in to your YouTube account, which is your Gmail address. That's enabling you to chat. And you're going to want to chat tonight because I got a big surprise for you. I'm going to let you in on it in just a few seconds. But I want to take care of one housekeeping item before we get started tonight. I want to introduce those of you that are here for the live to Megan Justice. You'll find Megan's name in blue off to the side. She is my virtual YouTube assistant. And she's here to help interact with you when I'm busy stamping because my head's down at the stamp table and I can't possibly catch all your comments. And I don't like to leave your questions unanswered, so Megan is here to help with those. So thank you, Megan, for joining us. I'm so glad to see so many of you from all over. I have got not just one card tonight. I have a total of 8 cards and a couple other things to share with you, all using the exact same product. So I've got tons of ideas for you. I am super excited about tonight. You know, I'm always excited about it because I love paper crafting. Now you're going to want to hang with me all the way through tonight's live because those of you that are live with me are going to have an opportunity for a special giveaway. I'm giving away 2 product prizes tonight, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the details on how to qualify for that as we get through tonight's live. But I am so glad that you're here. All right, without further ado, I'm going to turn the camera down and we're going to get started with our demonstration. Okay, so give me 1 second. So fun to see so many of you here from all over. Okay, let me zoom you in. Whoa, maybe that was too close. And let me just make sure we've got you all lined up. Okay, that looks pretty good. I am actually going to start by doing some die cutting. And I should say that I've already done that ahead of time only because there's several steps in this card. All very simple. All very simple. You guys are going to love this. But I used the Stitched Shapes dies in order to create this piece that I'm going to be doing some stamping on. So this is the 3rd largest square inside of here. There are 4. They are all stitched. Here's the one thing about this product I absolutely love. It not only has the stitched squares, but you also get the circles and the ovals. And I do want to clarify this because, believe it or not, I get asked this quite a bit. Does it include that magnet sheet here? No, it doesn't. It comes on a piece of paper with tape that holds them down. And of course, when I have time, I go ahead and I put them on magnet sheets because that makes it super easy for me here in the studio. But a great tip for you if you are at home. I also have a video about that. I'll do my best to link that down below when we're all finished. All right, so I die cut that little square that's right here. We're all ready to go with that. I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of small grid paper. I like to stamp with these when I'm with you guys here in videos. It's small, it doesn't take up a whole lot of room, but it does the trick. I do sell these in my online store at lisastampstudio.com, and they are called the small grid papers. I'm going to move you in a little bit closer so you get a little bit better look at what we're doing, and I'm going to do some stamping on here. I'm going to be using the Old Olive ink pad. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And I'm going to be using this evergreen image. Oh, you might be wondering where that's coming from. Well, let me just give you a really quick glance at what is coming your way on September 4th. This is the brand new holiday catalog that debuts next week on September 4th. There is amazing stuff in here, amazing. I can't even open the pages and show you on camera, but I can tell you that there's 63 pages, something for everyone. You are not going to want to miss what's in here. I am using product from there tonight. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to ink this up, and I'm actually going to stamp off. I want this a little bit lighter than the initial ink pad. So I've got one tree here, and without re-inking, I'm going to gravitate one here. And then you know what? I'm going to end up one more right in between there. I know that might be tough to see, but do you see the 3 shades of color? Now, a lot of things that you may not know about paper crafting, one of the things I should say you may not know, is that an ink pad will produce several shades of tone. This is a perfect example of that. So oftentimes people head to the store and they'll buy this color and then they'll buy a color on either side of it, either a little bit lighter or a little bit darker. Keep in mind, by stamping off on your scratch paper, you can produce multiple shades. Not only is that a money-saving tip for you, but it's great for creating these backgrounds of layers. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that just right off camera. I'm going to put that off to the side. Now, I'm going to do a little bit more stamping, but I'm actually going to wait because the beauty of tonight's card is the simplicity, and I cannot wait to share it with you. I am actually using a product medley from the holiday catalog that's called Most Wonderful Time. And I'm going to take off my little clip here and I'm going to show you this. Now, you're going to have to give me a little grace because I have been using this like wildfires to create all the samples I've got for you tonight. Now, if you're just joining us, make sure you stick with me all the way to the end of the video because I've got 2 product giveaways to give away tonight. All right, so you're going to see here that these are actually printed sticker sheets. I was amazed at the quality. Absolutely love these. And I'm going to be using one of these for my greeting. So I'm going to use this one down here. I do recommend that you stamp while it's here. It's a whole lot easier. I'm going to bring in the Memento black ink pad, and I've mounted the words "Deck the Halls." Now, you're probably wondering, where do those stamps come from? You've just showed us the stickers. Well, they come from here, the Most Wonderful Time stamp set. You can see that there's gift packaging here. This is 2-step stamping, so these line up. Photopolymer, easy to align. There are greetings and there are images. But if that's not enough, you are absolutely going to love the fact that there are also dies for those images. Look at this. This actually is a label. I've got other samples I'm going to share with you tonight during tonight's live. I cannot wait to show you how all these things came together. So much fun. Now, a product medley is a huge suite of products. So it's going to be including the stamp set, the dies, all these sticker sheets, okay? I know, keep in mind, I've used quite a few of these here. It's also going to include some other products I'm going to talk to you about in just a second. So let's get our greeting stamped. I'm going to ink that up in the Memento ink. I'm going to ask for your forgiveness if my head gets in the camera. I'm at that age. I know I say that every time we're live. Oh, but not too bad. There we go. And I'm going to close that up because, believe it or not, there's no more stamping on this card. That is how simple this is going to be. I'm going to set this off to the side for right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into my sticker sheet and I'm going to look through here and I'm going to go, which one of these beautiful things do I want? And I've decided beforehand I'm going to go for this reindeer. I like the one with the antlers. They're already pre-die cut for you. Check that out. And I'm going to attach my reindeer right here in front of my trees. Look at that. Doesn't look like I fussed. The quality of the sticker is beautiful. Not only is the shading there, but the die cut is literally, look at that, right on the line. They're gonna swear that you actually stamped this and actually die cut it, but it's just a sticker. All right, let's get to finishing up some more of our card. I decided to add a piece of real red cardstock for my base. I did score this right before you joined me. I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half. And if you've watched my videos before, you know I love my bone folder for that nice crisp edge. I'm going to move you out just a little bit so that I'm able to add some more detail to this image here. I'm going to add some designer series paper. Look at this. Can you see the shimmer in it? You believe it or not, it also comes from the same product medley. Look at this. Is this not gorgeous? Look at the shimmer. Look at the prints. Oh, you can just go crazy. And yep, they're double-sided. So one side's got some beautiful gold foil details, lots of fun prints on the other side. Can you see the stack of paper here? It's 6 by 6, which is great for scrapbooking as well as card making. Absolutely love this, and you know I cannot resist shimmer. It just makes me so happy. All right, so that's included in the medley as well. So I cut a piece here. I'm going to have all the cutting dimensions down in the video description below after tonight's live. So you're going to need to give me a few minutes to come back and put all that down there for you. But I'm going to flip this over. I know some of you are thinking, oh, that side's pretty too. Yes, it is. I'm going to add a little adhesive here. Silicone craft sheet, if you haven't heard me talk about that before, love it. Adhesive, liquid glue, and hot glue will not stick to it. It rubs right off, which is going to keep my work surface nice, sticky free. I'm going to adhere that over here, to about the left side. Going to leave a little room here on the right. And then check this out. Oh, you're like, more paper? I didn't see that. Well, of course not, because there's more to this. Now, I've used quite a bit of this to create the other cards I'm going to share with you, but there are several of the exact same pattern. So we've got stars, we've got the larger star pattern, we've got stripes, which of course you can go any which way. Because they are foiled, they are not double-sided, so they're just white on the other side, but that's also part of the product medley. And I cut a piece of that here. You're going to notice these are the exact same size. I'm going to flip that over as well. We're going to add a little bit of adhesive here too. And then what we're going to do is put this one over on this side. Now they can overlap or you can separate them. Remember, when you're creating your card, it's never wrong. It should be the way you want it. So I've got that there. All right, do you remember that image? Well, let's jazz this up a little bit. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to get this ready for one other product that's part of this medley. Look at this. I hope you guys can see this. Let me bring my silicone craft sheet back so you may be able to see it better. This is a gold and iridescent sequined tinsel trim. Oh, it's so, so pretty. Very, very fine, very easy to use. Look, no mess. You got to love that. Super simple. So my tip for you on this, on adhering it, because you can see it's kind of curly, which we love, that's tinsel. I'm going to take a dimensional and I'm actually going to ready it here. I took off that paper backing so it's nice and sticky. I'm going to wrap this around my hand a couple times. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know you're going to probably say, oh, don't use so much, don't use so much. Oh, but that's what it's for. Isn't this beautiful? I want it to stick out a little bit on each end, so I'm going to stretch that just a bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty good. You get 10 yards of this on the spool that comes in the kit. So love that. So you don't have to worry about that not being abundant enough. I'm going to add another dimensional here to tame down some of those loose ends. And then I'm going to add a couple more here and here. Yeah, you guys know I'm a big fan of using these dimensionals freely because I know that my Christmas cards are going to go in the mail 99% of the time. And then I'm going to use my paper piercing tool attachment here. Look at this. Is this not slick? I stumbled upon this by accident last week. Oh, maybe the week before. Oh, look, I got this going the wrong way. Isn't that the beauty of just being live? You just never know what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to turn it. All right, and then I've got one more paper backing here I didn't take off. All right, so much easier with the piercing tool. All right, so now we've got that tinsel trim. Look at that, little sparkly there. And we're going to add this here at the intersection of where those designer series papers are. And then I'm going to attach that. All right, so now we're good to go. We've got some tinsel. Isn't that pretty? All right, we're not done. Remember that greeting? We're just going to peel off that sticker sheet. Now, I've got a great tip for you. I don't want this to be a sticker because I want some elevation on my card. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet. I'm going to bring this face up here on that silicone craft sheet. And do you know what this is? This is the embossing buddy. There's an anti-static powder in here, and here is the key. The word is powder. I am going to powder this because you know what it's going to do? It's going to take off almost all of that stickiness. Look, it's gone. That's going to enable me now to be able to take dimensionals and place them right over the top. Now, you might think, and I also did too when I tried this, are those dimensionals going to stick? Yep, they stick just fine. Here's the other great thing about that piercing tool attachment on my Take Your Pick tool is it corrals all those little pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those off as well. And I push that off to the side. And then here is my card. And then I'm going to add the greeting down here. I'm going to work offset a little bit over to the left. Not done yet because you know I like bling. And guess what else is inside this product medley? Look at these. These are gold 3D embellishments. They're stars. The great thing about these two is they already have the glue dots on the back, so you don't have to fuss with them. So I'm going to use that same attachment that I've used before. I'm going to pick one of those up. I'm going to place one here, and I'm going to place one more here. Remember, hang with me to the end. We're doing a giveaway tonight. You're going to want to be here for that. For those of you that are live, this is quite a treat. And then I've got another one down here. Oh, where should we put this one? I like to work in a triangle. So you know what? Let's go down. Oh, let's go over here. Why not? That looks good. All right, so we've got a very simple and impressive Christmas card. So for those of you that don't think you can make Christmas cards at home, you absolutely can. Now let me show you a little bit more about this product medley, and let me show you all these other cards I created to share with you tonight. So let me set this one off to the side. So just to go over this medley with you again, you're going to get the stamp set, you're going to get the dies. You are going to get this huge stack of gorgeous designer series paper, double-sided. You're also going to get the gold and white beautiful layers that you can add to your card. You're also going to get 6 sticker sheets that have labels and all kinds of fun things you can add to your cards. You are also going to get the tinsel trim, and you're also going to get the star embellishments. Love it. You're probably wondering how much it's going to be. It's $70 for everything. And of course, that's US because that's where I'm at. That includes the dies and the stamp sets. But you are not going to want to miss the other products that I have, other projects that I created with this. So let me slide that, make this out of the way. So we got this one. I also created this one. So here's this card, very clean, very simple. I want you to look at that stamp. Here is the Christmas tree image, and you're probably thinking, well, how did you get it green? Well, I just took my aqua painter and I very quickly just went over to spread and bleed that classic dye-based ink. Isn't that pretty? I added the tinsel trim because it was easy, because there's a die for it right here. Do you see that beautiful star? Yep, there's a die for that. There's even an angel for those of you that prefer that as your tree topper. And then those packages that were part of the stamp set here, there's a die. But I want you to look at this. There is one die for all 3 packages, but a die cuts them separately, which means you don't have to fuss with those little tiny dies trying to line up those little packages. Perfect. And do you see the label here? Well, that's this die that's included as well. This is the die for the smaller tree that's in the stamp set. So they have thought of everything. Isn't this pretty? All right, so this is the second one I wanted to share with you. I've got more. For those of you that really enjoy creating holiday tags, I've got some for you as well. This is using everything that's inside the product medley. Now, one of the things I want to call your attention to is obviously you're going to need some ink. I use black, which I think most paper crafters already have, but you're going to need also Old Olive and Real Red. Those are the colors that were centered around this kit. So I've only added some stamped greetings here. That's all from the stamp set. I used the stickers. I added the dimensionals to the back. Do you see that? Just like we did on the original one. I added some of the white baker's twine. Here's another one. This one's a little jazzed up. Can you see the glitter on here? Yes, those stars are included on the sticker sheets. Isn't this fantastic? And look at that reindeer. So I did the exact same thing with the reindeer that I did on the greeting. I powdered the back and I put it up on dimensionals to get a 3D look for that tag. So here's 4 projects. I got more. Now these next cards are actually inspired from the samples that are inside the holiday catalog. Now I'm going to tell you right now, don't reinvent the wheel, especially around the holidays. A lot of people think that they've got to come up with their own designs. You absolutely do not have to unless you want to. The ideas in here are endless, and they're going to inspire you to come up even with your own layouts by just copying the design that's here. Maybe you substitute the images. Now, if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you want a complimentary copy of this or even the annual catalog, head over to lisasstampstudio.com and click on Contact Me. Give me your name and mailing address. This card was inspired from the holiday catalog. I made some very small tweaks here, but isn't that sharp? I've used all the exact same products. There's my red cardstock. There's my olive cardstock. I cut that paper down. There's my trees. Really pretty, huh? All right, I've got more. This was inspired from the holiday catalog layout as well. I love showing you these because oftentimes people think that they've got to come up with their own ideas, and you absolutely do not. Look at those berries and poinsettias. Aren't those pretty? All right, so that's another. I'm going to save this one for last because I'm going to give you a little tip about this last one. Here's a nice small card. This is a 3x3 card. Great if you're going to be giving a gift to someone and you want just a small card to go with it or a gift bag. Isn't that pretty? Again, these were inspired from either the catalog, and these 3 were actually inspired when I was on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip in Greece last month. So these were the make and take projects. Yes, we get to stamp when we're in Greece with Stampin' Up! Isn't that fun? Here's that detailed trio punch for the corner rounding. Isn't that beautiful? More tinsel. And then here's the other one. All right, I got to tell you a story about this bow. This is actually from the designer series paper. And yes, I fussy cut it with scissors. And do I recommend that for a bunch of Christmas cards? I absolutely do not. But for one, it is pristine and it will probably go to my mom because she will totally appreciate that. But again, there's that tinsel trim, the banners, really, really pretty. The designer series paper does all the work. So we've got 3 here. We've got 2 more here. That's 5. Here's the one we did. That's 6. Here's the other 7, 8, 9. But I got one more. Let me move this out of the way to show you this card. Again, inspired from the holiday catalog. So I made very few changes based on the products that I had here, based on the circle. But look at the background. You're probably thinking, well, how'd you do that? So I want to show you. Inside the white sheets that you get inside the kit, remember we talked about these that came in there? Well, I brought a piece out here. That's a scrap. Let me find it. It's here on my desk. And I decided I was going to create a wash on that background. So let me show you. I've got my old olive ink pad. Let's open that up. And I am going to grab a clear block. That is the easiest way to do this. The old Stampin' Up! Ink pads had a little bit more room between the lid and the base, and you can actually squeeze them. They were a bit flexible, and that would have left ink inside the residual of the lid. Now, don't let that deceive you. I actually had put a drop of re-inker there for a lot of watercoloring that I was doing. But for those of you at home, the easiest way is this. Take a clear block that's clean and dry. Tap it in your ink pad. That's going to transfer ink to here. And then what I want you to do is I want you to use your aqua painter. I'm going to bring this in just to kind of keep my work surface clean. Here's my aqua painter. I sell these in a 2-pack in my online store at lisastampstudio.com. Tap water just goes right inside. You just unscrew it and put it in there. Love that because we don't have to dip this in a cup anymore. Those days are over. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a squeeze. Water's coming out of the bristles onto here, and then I can thin this palette out. You want it thin. You don't want it so soupy you can't control it, but you want it thin because look what you can do. You can spread right over those beautiful gold embossed areas on this paper. This does not take any skill level whatsoever. You're going to need to let it dry. When it dries, it's going to look like this, and it's going to resist everywhere there was gold foil. So this is what we call a wash resist, which is absolutely stunning on the cards. You've got some of that white peeking through, but you've definitely got some predominant color here in the background. Isn't that really pretty? Really, really fun. So now those of you that are out there probably thinking, well, what are you going to do with that ink? Are you going to waste it? Well, you know what? I just take this on my Stampin' Chamois, which is right off camera. I'm just going to clean it off, and there we go. If you're doing a bunch of cards, this is fabulous because you can just keep moving on. This then is going to get squeezed over my Stampin' Chamois, which is right off camera. And then I've run water right through the bristles by squeezing it. And then I always like to make sure that it's clean before I put it away because there's nothing worse than pulling that out and you've transferred that color to another project. Another important tip, pinch these bristles. Let them come to a nice point before you put the cap on. There is nothing worse than a paintbrush that has all those little stray hairs around the bottom. And then when you're trying to watercolor, you got little hair sprigs everywhere. That's just awful, isn't it? But there you go. Once that's dry, I can add that to a card. Really, really very striking. All right, so there's 8 cards there. Now, before I'm finished, I've got a little bit something to ask you. I've got a giveaway tonight. I've got product giveaway from the holiday catalog for those that you are here with me live. I'm going to tell you how to do that with me in just a second. But before I go on, I'm going to give you one more quick look at these. I'm also going to put a link down below when we're all done tonight. And I'm going to tell you how you can see the pictures and some of the cutting dimensions too, specifically for the card I demonstrated. I've got some holiday catalog designer series papers, ribbons, and embellishments. I've already put aside for you. I can do a really quick 5-minute overview and give you a close-up look at them if you want me to. And so we're going to go majority rules. If you're interested, leave a comment here right now. I'm going to be watching my iPad for those comments. And then one quick overview while you guys are commenting on the cards that we created here. I would love to know which one of these is your favorite. Oh my gosh, aren't they amazing? That tinsel trim and those little gold stars, like totally made it with this paper. Just absolutely gorgeous. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I am seeing a lot of yeses. Okay. Well, yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, I'm going to make it quick, all right? But don't go away. I've got product giveaway for you. Oh, you know what? Let me just show you what I'm going to give away. Well, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. All right, here we go. First thing in the holiday catalog, I've cut a small piece. This is Mercury acetate. Look at this. Is this like Mercury glass? Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? You can die cut it. You can stamp on it. You can even heat emboss it. Absolutely beautiful. That's one product there. Here's a suite of products. I'm pulling out all the little tags. This is designer series paper. Again, we're going to go really fast so that you guys can kind of just see the array here. Aren't these gorgeous? Oh my gosh. This is called Wrapped in Plaid. Now, of course, they're double-sided, but I also want to show you here. Do you see like the gold foil in there? This suite also includes jingle bells. Listen, they actually work. I've used quite a few already. It also includes beautiful ribbon that coordinates with that designer series paper. I'm telling you what, you don't even know what's coming your way on September 4th. You're going to be so excited. For those of you that really enjoy fall projects, I've got a small piece here because I've been busy designing for you guys. There's some fall designer series paper. This is called Come Together. I really like the non-traditional colors. You know, at first I looked at it and I was like, do I like this? And I was like, oh, I do. I really do. Look at that wood grain. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, like I said, we're going quick. If you don't have a demonstrator and you want to get your hands on that catalog for some ideas, just shoot me a message over at lisastampstudio.com. This is Toil Tidings. Very traditional. You're going to notice that there's very nostalgic images here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But wait till I turn it over. Are you guys ready? How about that in red? Yes, lots of red and green this year because that's what a lot of you have been wanting. So we said, let's give the people what they want. This one has stolen my heart because do you see the shimmer? First of all, I have a thing for snowmen, but I love the little glittered pieces that are here. One of the great things about this paper you'll need to know is there's actually a snowman builder punch that will punch out some of these. But look at these pretty prints. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. You're going to be really pleased to know that my monthly card making kit is going to include a lot of these papers inside my kit each month. You'll find details of that over on my website. And I've got one more suite of products to show you, and I saved the best for last. Well, I should say, you know what? They're all really great, but this one happens to be one of my favorites. This is going to be one of my card kits that are going to be coming up. This is called Brightly Gleaming. Oh, do you guys see that copper? Is that not stunning with these colors? Absolutely breathtaking. All right, and now flip it over. So the specialty paper's on this side, and then you've got your more regular pattern paper on this side. And I don't know about you, but I could use those stripes all year round. The great thing about this paper is it also comes with these gorgeous, brightly gleaming foil star sheets, and you can also purchase these copper star designer elements. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's talk about the giveaway. I'm going to do this part with the camera facing down so you can get a good look at them. I'm going to choose 2 random winners, okay? Let me show you what the prizes are. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to tell you how you're going to enter. All right, I'm going to give away a package of the Holiday Basic Rhinestones. I didn't show you those yet, did I? Beautiful, huh? I'm also going to give away a package of the Toil Tiding Glitter Enamel Dots. Do you notice the graduations and sizes here? And look how abundant they are. Both of these products already have the glue dots on the back, so you don't have to worry about fussing with doing any of that. All right, let me turn the camera around. And now I can see your comments a lot better. Okay, so if you're live, you are eligible for this drawing, and it's going to be done randomly. I'm going to pick 2 people. You're going to need to give me about 10 minutes after the live is over, and the winners' names are going to be posted on the community tab across here on YouTube. Now, let me just kind of tell you where that's at if you've never paid attention to it before. If you're here at lisastampstudio.com, across the top in the menu, it'll say videos, playlist, and one of them says community. If you click on the word community, a whole nother page opens up. And I will have a graphic there with the names of the winners and my email address so that you can contact me with your name and your address, and I'll send you your prizes. Okay, so if you're live, here we go. You're going to leave your answer down below, and then about 10 minutes after the live is over, I'll pick 2 of you, and then you need to come back to the community tab and then check to see if you're a winner, and then contact me, okay? I want you to leave me a comment and let me know your favorite holiday paper crafting project. So let me give you an idea. Maybe it's cards. Maybe you love to make boxes. Maybe it's gift bags, tags, maybe it's 3D art, like framed art. I would love to know what it is. So right now, leave your comments down below, and I'm going to pick 2 winners. And once again, I'm going to send one of these embellishments to 2 different people so that you'll be able to win. I just love giving away free stuff. It's so much fun. And that holiday catalog is loaded with amazing stuff. If you have enjoyed tonight's live, please do me a favor, come back. I'm going to be here live with you again next week, and that is on Wednesday, September 4th. I had a look at my calendar at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Share tonight's video with your paper crafting friends. The highest compliment you can pay me is by referring me to your friends. The other thing is, I would love for you to give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. It surely helps here on YouTube. And do me also a favor, head over to lisastampstudio.com. If you haven't signed up for my free weekly e-newsletter, I provide you with a tutorial and a project idea there that I don't share on any other of my platforms. I'm checking my notes to make sure I didn't forget anything. And remember, if you want a copy of this so you can get inspired this holiday season to make whatever you love to do, I would be happy to send you one if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You can contact me at lisastampstudio.com. I see those comments rolling in. I will be back on the community tab here on YouTube in about 10 minutes, and I will draw 2 random names. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I'm going to see you next Wednesday live for an amazing project you are not going to want to miss. And I'm just going to tell you right now, it's a fun fold, so you'll want to be here. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and click that bell icon for the notifications. Bye, everyone. See you next week.